Okay, for some of you that just reviewed, this will be gate aggression or fence aggression or any kind of reaction towards a dog, a person, anything on leash and off leash. I showed you an example in this video of the point where the dogs are running and fighting each other against the fence. I just go and put a leash on my dog, and he knows instantly that it's over. I'm not doing any more of that right now because he knows the reaction that I'm his leader. I'm not going to allow that. The difference is going to be, and I don't know how to show this video, but maybe I can put it down here. Then you guys get a good shot up my nose. But the bottom line is, so when you're walking your dog on leash and there's a reaction to the dogs that are walking by, the people that are walking by, the bark or the growl or whatever, again, once you have that leash on, it's just got to be a pop, and a slap, and a no. The dog should react to that immediately. If the dog doesn't react to that, I'm going to no. If it still keeps going, then I'm going to turn the dog and go in another opposite direction. I'm going to bout. I'm going to do anything I can. I'm going to put the dog in a sit or a down or a stay. I'm going to make it go into command mode where it's learning something or doing a command so that it loses interest in that dog or that person or the other side of the fence. So I got to use the leash. The leash has got to be on that dog 90% of the time for a couple of months while you're working with it. Anytime you go off leash, if the dog doesn't react or act right, then I'm going to go put the leash back on and take it off. That's why Keon, my dog, did what he did in that video, is he went ahead and he knows that I have the leash on him, he's not going to react. When I'm walking him, he's not going to react to anything because he knows that if he does, I'm going to give him a pop. I want to point out that this pop, this is my wrist, this is my own wrist. I can pop really hard and it doesn't faze me. It's not hurting your dog. It's the noise, it's the pop and the slack. There's no marks on me, there's no anything, it's not hurting at all. And that's my own wrist. It's just a pop and a slack, a pop and release. So when your dog reacts, the problem is as soon as it reacts, it's pulling and tugging. I got to give that dog room. I got to go with it a little bit and then pop. I can't expect to pop the dog from this point at all. I can't do anything other than tug on the dog. So if my dog's going to react and go forward, then I'm going to pop this back. And in popping it back, I want to keep it loose at all times. So once I pop that dog, tell it no, it should stay here. No, good boy. As soon as it, or good girl, as soon as it reacts to that, I need to tell it good boy, good girl. I need to give it praise. But again, this is all you're doing on anything that goes on that your dog's not supposed to do. If my dog's reacting to a cat, same thing. No, leave it. And I got to be firm with my voice, firm with the pop, and then I just take the dog away. I don't stress about the dog. But if that dog goes tight, trying to get to something, I got to hurry and get it back. I got to let this, sure, it's pulling. I just let some slack and then pop it and say no. I'm hoping this video will help a lot of you in how to work with this type of reaction or anything. But I know one thing for sure, the leash needs to go on. Take the dog around situations that, I guess I can pull this up. Take the dog around situations that will allow that dog to want to react. Take it somewhere, like if there's dogs around, take it by the park. Let it start to react. And then get it to where you desensitize that dog from those reactions. You pop it, you say no, you do some commands, you get the dog mellowed out. Good boy, good girl. You get the dog to where it's listening to you and not reacting to everything else going on around it. But continue to walk that through, continue to work that, continue to make that happen. You're gonna end up with a dog just like what you saw with Keon. That's 8-9 months of work, but again, it really only took about 4 months of using that leash, being consistent in my training with Keon. He was a mess when I got him. He wouldn't sit at all. He wouldn't do down. He wouldn't do anything. And after working with him for a month, he was one of the most stubborn dogs I have ever worked with. And now you saw, sure, he when he's off leash, he runs over and tries to fight with the neighbor's dog through the fence, or just run up and down and argue. But the reality is, I can go over there and make him stop without a leash, but the best way, you saw what happened with a leash. Then I just walk him right up to that dog over and over again and explain, no, good boy. No, good boy. No reaction at all. He won't even show any reaction anymore. So that's the mode of what we want you to get to with the leash. And again, you're talking a few months of work and consistency and repetition, and it will come. Thanks.